Hello and welcome to what's going to be the first FPL video on Volbaja Bharat. My name is Rahul, and starting today, I am kicking off Volbaja Bharat's FPL series. I know, it's almost game week 6 already. I plan to start this a lot earlier, but took me some time to make these FPL graphics, and here we are. So let's get into it. Now, firstly, why am I wildcarding? In game week 5, I got a total of 52 points. I am ranked around 3 million overall right now, and I am not really happy. Additionally, I know it's only game week 5, but additionally, I'm not really happy with most of my players. After game week 5 ended, I looked at my team and just tried to look at how many players do I want to transfer out. Um, so let's go through them. Firstly, in goal, I started the season with Sanchez and Dubravka. Dubravka, he is still going to be in my team, post wildcard. However, Sanchez, I'm not really happy with him. Uh, just last game week, he got a -3. Additionally, Chelsea defense not looking that good. And also, because of his red card, it's very much possible that he gets rotated with Jorgensen. And I don't really want to risk that. Now, let's look at the defense that I started with. I started with Nico Williams from Nottingham Forest, Konsa, Aston Villa, Pedro Porro from Spurs, Trufe from Bournemouth, and Diouf from West Ham United. Now, Trufe and Diouf, I think they have been one of my best finds for this FPL season. Truve, I don't really want to ship him out on my wild card, but I probably would because he he's got 24 points right now, right after 5 games. But Senesi, on the other hand, has 37. So if I wasn't on wild card, I wouldn't be moving him out. However, because I have the option to make free transfers. He is going to go out. Let's look at Nico Williams, Nottingham Forest, zero clean sheets in 5 games. He has given 1, 2, 1, 0, and 10 points. I'm happy that I held on to him for the last game where he scored. However, that goal was only 0.03 xg. I mean, he's not really known for his goals anyway. So, another player that I'm not happy with. Next, Konsa, 5 games, only 12 points. Do I really need an Aston Villa defender in my team right now? Probably not. They're not looking good. Initially, when the season started, Lazovic was with Martinez, Marco Bizzo, the famous meme played. Now Martinez is back, but Emery, just in today's press conference, he said that Martinez might be out again. Aston Villa just not looking a good team right now, defense or attack wise. Next, Pedro Porro started the season with him, thinking that he would be on set pieces, and he initially was. However, with Xavi Simons coming in, with Kudus coming in, he is not on set pieces anymore. And I just don't think that spending 5.6 million on a defender is worth it. Next, Semenyo, I did not start the season with him. I just didn't think that he would be good enough with this good in front of goal. However, he's already got 2 double-digit hauls. I just got him in game week 5, and he would definitely would be staying in my wildcard draft. Next, Cole Palmer, injured now, probably out for 3 weeks, maybe 4. Wouldn't be back till after the international break. Now, I don't want to keep him on bench. Like if he's not playing, he's definitely out. Iwobi, so happy with him. Already 1 goal and 2 assists, 26 points in 5 game weeks. For 6.5, I think that's definitely good. However, Fulham's fixtures in the next few game weeks do not look good. He is another player that I want to ship out. Reinders, 5.6 million. He just seems like the Rogers from last year. He would still be staying in my team. Next, Watkins and Wood. I mean, do I really need to talk about them? Aston Villa, Watkins, Wood. I did not start the season with Wood. I started with Bowen. Bowen blanked the first two. Wood got a brace in his first game of the season. It was like, okay, maybe I made a mistake. I shipped Bowen out, got Wood in. In the last 3 game weeks, Bowen has 2 goals, while Wood has blanked in every single game. Also, Igor Jesus might be starting more games or getting more minutes for Nottingham now. He scored a brace midweek in the Europa League. So definitely he is another player that I want to move out. And last but not the least, Haaland. He definitely seems to be a player that everyone wants right now. Probably he would also be probably one of the most captained players in FPL this coming game week against Burnley. So he is definitely a go. Now, when I look at this team, there's like 9, maybe 10 players that I don't want in my team. Sanchez, Williams, Konsa, Porro, Palmer, Iwobi, Watkins, Wood, Trufe, Diouf, Dewsbury Hall. That's 11 players that I don't want. So it just felt like the right time to hit that wildcard button and make wholesome changes, make wholesale changes in my FPL team and climb up those ranks. Now, time for my wildcard draft. Currently, I'm ranked 3.3 million in the world, and I want to be way, way higher. Last season, I finished around 300k. So I'm definitely aiming for at least a 200k finish this season and slowly progress in my FPL journey. In goal, I've gone with Donnarumma from Manchester City and Dubravka from Burnley. Dubravka, I think he's a no-brainer. 4 million starting goalkeeper. You definitely want him. You don't want to spend too much money on your goalkeepers. Secondly, Donnarumma. Now my options there are Donnarumma, Raya, and Pope. Pope. Now I don't fully trust Newcastle's defense right now. They have been one of the best defenses, probably top three in the Premier League this season. However, I'm kind of going more towards Donnarumma. Now that leaves me with Donnarumma and Raya. Why not Raya? Because I have gone with two other Arsenal players in my team, and I want to keep that third spot open, maybe for Asaka or even a Rice. I don't want to book all three of my Arsenal spots right now. Which just leaves with Donnarumma. Now, Donnarumma, he's an exemplary shot stopper, as we have already seen in his 3 games in a series shirt. City, they're not the best defense, but with how they play, they're probably going to concede chances. But with Donnarumma in goal, he's going to make lots and lots of saves, and we might just see. I'm just hoping for lots of save points with him. I have gone with Donnarumma and Dubravka as my goalkeepers. Now, coming to my defense, I've got Gabriel, Senesi, Wendy Wen from Spurs, Gehi, and Rodon. Now let's start with Rodon. He is actually the highest scoring 4 million defender right now. He's already have had 2 clean sheets this season, one against Everton, the other against Newcastle. In the next 5, they played Bournemouth, Spurs, Burnley, West Ham, and Brighton. I can probably see them keeping at least 2 more clean sheets. So he just seems to be the best cheap defender, cheap enabler in the game right now. Now, the second defender I've gone with here is Gehi from Crystal Palace. Now, guys, I'm still not fully sure if he would be staying. I might actually go for Burn from Newcastle. So it's still undecided. However, Crystal Palace have actually been one of the best defenses in the Premier League. Gehi just seems to be really nailed on for this Crystal Palace team. The next 5 fixtures are Liverpool, Everton, Bournemouth, Arsenal, and Brentford. Liverpool and Arsenal, they're one of their worst games in the season, so he's definitely not starting there. I might actually go for Burn from Newcastle. Next, Senesi. Now, I already mentioned before that I have Trufe in my team. However, Senesi just seems to be a better option right now. Trufe wouldn't be going if I wasn't wildcarding, but Senesi again seems like a no-brainer. He already has 66 DEFCON in 5 games. Bournemouth's next 5 fixtures are Leeds, Fulham, Crystal Palace, Forest, and City. Probably keeping a couple clean sheets in there, and he is getting DEFCON. His pace is not 2 points anymore, it's actually 4. So he just seems to be a non-brainer. Everyone who's wildcarding right now, or even not, is getting him in. Next, I've got Gabriel from Arsenal. Arsenal's fixtures are swinging. Game week 7, after game week 7, they have one of the best runs in this competition. So he's definitely a no-brainer. Arsenal are one of the best teams in the league defense-wise. They do not concede chances. Even when their first-team defenders do not play, they do not concede clean chances. And why I've gone with Gabriel over Saliba, I just think that Gabriel offers more attacking threat. There's Arsenal's fullbacks, there's Timber, there's Calafiori, but I just don't trust Arteta. It's very much possible that he rotates, he plays MLS or White in one of these really fixtures, and that just messes up my week. So I just want to go with a nailed on Gabriel. Next, moving on to my midfielders, I've gone with Semenyo, Kudus, NDI, Reinders, and Enzo. Let's start with Semenyo. Probably he's one of the most bought players right now in FPL. He started at a 7 million price and he's already at 7.7. That's 7 price rises in 5 game weeks. When I started FPL this season, I was thinking about Semenyo, but I thought that okay, he would not be that good. But he already has 41 points in 5 games. He just seems so nailed on. Like if you don't have him, you have to get him in. Bournemouth also have a very decent fixture run, so you have to have Semenyo. There's no way I go without him in my wild card. Next, I've gone with Kudus at 6.6. Spurs have one of the most favorable fixture runs in the Premier League. They've got Wolves, Leeds, Aston Villa, Everton, Chelsea, and Manchester United next. They are going to score goals. If you look at I definitely want to go with a Spurs attacker. Now my other options in place of Kudus are there's Xavi Simons, there's Johnson, and there's Richarlison. I just don't trust Richarlison as a pick. We already have seen him getting benched once for Matthias Tell, so I just don't trust him as an FPL pick. Then we got Johnson, who has already been benched twice, and the new signing, Xavi Simons, he could be a decent pick, but since he's a new player, I just don't trust him right now. Next, NDI at West Ham on Pence. I definitely want an Everton attacker in my team. They look like a decent side this year. 6.5 NDI seems really good. Now the other option and the other player you could go from Everton would be Grealish. However, he's on loan to Manchester City. He is going to miss out on game week 8 when Everton play Manchester City, and I'm also planning to maybe use my bench boost that week, which is why I've gone with NDI over Grealish. Then there's Reinders. Reinders again at 5.6 seems like a no-brainer. He is literally, as I mentioned before, he's this season's Rodgers. Even that goal against Arsenal, where he assisted, he's already got a couple goals. He just seems so good for that price. City are going to score lots of goals this season, and I think after Haaland, he would probably be the one shipping in or assisting the most. Also, the other option is Foden. However, to go Foden, I would probably need to downgrade one of my forwards, who I would get into further into this video. And last, I've gone with Enzo. Enzo at 6.7 million. As you can see, my midfield is really cheap. My defense is not much expensive either, which you can probably tell by now that my attackers, I've gone with really, really premium attackers. Now, Enzo at 6.7, Palmer, he's out for at least 3 to 4 weeks. Enzo, as we saw last year, would mostly play as a number 10 in this Chelsea team. He could also be on penalties unless they give them to Joao Pedro. However, I feel like with Enzo's seniority in the team, he would be keeping them. He just seems a really good pick to me right now. Now, my forwards, guys. I've gone with Joao Pedro, Erling Haaland, and Victor Gyökeres. Pedro, with Palmer out, he just seems to be their talisman. He requested Maresca to be benched in one of the games this season, but Maresca just started him. But he just seems so nailed. Unless he gets injured, he's starting every game. He's probably getting 90 minutes each game. He already has 2 goals and 3 assists this season. There's no way I go without Pedro. Also, Pedro, Haaland, Gyökeres, they're like template. Anyone who's on wildcard, they are definitely going for this front line. Next, Haaland, I don't think I need to discuss. Against Burnley, I'm probably captaining him as well. Lastly, Victor Gyökeres. Now, I'm not fully sure of Victor Gyökeres right now, but because I'm still kind of debating if I want to get in Phil Foden for Reinders. However, Gyökeres just seems like the player who is going to stat bad against smaller teams. And Arsenal's fixture run after Newcastle is just so good. Havertz is still out, so he's going to still probably start every game. Now, that's my game week 6 wildcard draft. I'm really, really hoping I can climb from my current 3.3 million rank in the next few game weeks with these picks. What do you think? Should I change anything? Should I maybe get in a Foden? Should I maybe get a Mateta in for Gyökeres? What do you think? Please comment below. Are you using a wildcard this week? Or maybe you're going for a bench boost? Who are you captaining? Comment below. Also, if you like the content, please like this video and subscribe. I hope you guys have a good game week 6. I will see you next week. Cheers.